All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pool 3 for Mortal Kombat 1 tonight. We're still got the action rolling over here at NEC, and I'm joined now by my new homie Libra. Libra, how you doing, my man?
How's it going, Kev?
You've been around. You've been watching the competition today. How you feeling about it so far?
It looks pretty tight. The match between Skelly and Jay George, that was a really good match. So just kind of peeping the action that we do have here. I mean, it's definitely a solid competition and no shortage of upsets going on. Really excited to see what Block C has for us in store.
Okay.
So I know a couple of names in there, and one in particular stands out, KungZero.
Yeah, it's good.
So we're gonna.
Yeah, if you pay attention to the East Coast scene, you're familiar with KungZero. He was doing a lot of interesting stuff. So he was one of the first ones that showed me the concept of using like Kung Lao, his little noogie to hold them down for Serena meter drain,
which is wild.
Yeah, he switched off of it more recently. It's but it was just a great kind of metric to show off his creativity and his imagination.
Yep.
With a game like this, where theory crafting is so important. Right now on stream, the second competitor I'm not as familiar with. We'll get the name in a bit, but NJMallRat, who will be commentating the poll after this, is going to be up on stream right now. He's a Raiden striker player, if I'm not mistaken. So. An interesting mix for Raiden. Raiden, usually you see them picking up teams that not only can kind of like cover Raiden's butt in a sense, but like give him bigger conversions as well as help him steal turns in some essences. Striker has facets of that work, but you're giving up kind of like the bigger damage conversions for it.
I see a lot of people using Striker for his mid utility, which is kind of interesting to incorporate with Raiden's kit, considering he does have a lot of high-low mix-up.
Yes.
With the additional added of Striker's mids and the approach, and then potentially even jailing, if you're in the corner and get those situations set up. I mean, it just really adds to the further mental stack of the 50-50 that Raiden generates.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, I guess on paper, it looks like it could be scary, and especially if somebody who practices that, like, pretty straightforward. It'd be really interesting to see how that works out.
Well, it's another thing, too, if you get really, really accustomed to timing those ambushes well, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You essentially get to play like a troglodyte, It's just kind of like
if I could just be straightforward.
Run out there with your forehead and know that Big Daddy Striker is right behind you covering it, And so then, worst case, your opponent tries to punish you. Now they're eating a whole combo, And who's performing that combo? Raiden that has no lack of damage. Who needs it,
No.
And it seems on Val's side, we saw Val compete a little earlier in some couple of different games. Hovering over Astra, so this might be an Astra pick. We've already seen a fair mix of Astra, Serena, and Block 2. I think we've gotten to introduce the chat at home to how obnoxious that shell can be.
Yeah.
I think all of you were familiar with it before we bothered telling you about it, but we'll see. Raiden has decent tools to deal with it, right? Can low profile under it.
Yes.
If she performs it too close. At distance, has a decent zoning deterrent. The introduction of Striker as an ambush, if Raiden is taking the hit for him, also means that similar to a matchup that we were talking about where Shang was kind of making these trades where her can trade with Astra in situations where maybe she could get the Serena hit, but she's not going to be able to close that gap and get the confirm. That leads into 40% that she needs.
Yeah, and Astra is certainly no stranger to offensive pressure at any point in the screen. I mean, she can be full screen and still convert, which is a huge commodity for any character in this game.
Yeah, no, I do feel like we owe the chat an explanation for those who are less familiar. She can't be full screen, but she can be a sneeze distance closer than that, and it's so work out what 95% of full screen is, and that's where the pickup range is. But if she is at exactly full screen, she is technically a little too far to get the pickup.
Right. All right, and Mallrat already going for the throw here. See what mixes we have. All right, keeping it relatively safe. All right, Val unfortunately dropping the pickup, but then goes for the cameo once again. Oh, but drops the combo here. All right, NJMallRat, good presence of mind to be able to use the teleport and putting Val back into the corner here.
Yeah, and it's going to be very important for him, too. When he closes the gap, Striker actually messed up that pickup for him. Here's a nice combo that he wants to introduce a bit of a stagger game, too, right? Raiden has a very great non-committal back, too.
Right.
That you can kind of just throw out. As a Reptile player, I'm very jealous. Dropped the conversion there, did Val, and just went for a projectile again to try to stuff him out on Wake Up. This is working out decently well, and Serena going to get the pick. That could have been Daz. He wasn't ready.
Probably just feeling out the water.
Wait a second, that's so unfortunate.
Uses the fatal blow.
No, but he drops it. Oh, but okay. So much of this Back to back. I can't keep up with the shenanigans. Okay, nice down two. I was also going to say, too, one of the things we've been watching almost every single Raiden get away with is when he does kick into cartwheel, that is interruptible. And not a soul today has decided to press it. I understand not wanting to chance it because of the damage it leads into.
Right.
Right, there's similar facets with Lee May. Her back before is interruptible. Sometimes you don't want to chance it.
No, absolutely.
But anything where you show them that you have an answer and you can get them to hesitate gets you out of pressure a lot faster. Right now, Val, I'll be fair, doesn't seem too concerned at the moment.
Yeah, just kind of playing his game as is. Trying to sink in hits where he can, get the damage as he can convert everything into big pieces. And with the corner carry here, but MallRat with the interrupt here. Val slowly approaching now, switching to dark stance. And MallRat, ooh, double sweeps. It's kind of throwing out the Hail Marys here.
Oh, and just dashing straight through. I'm telling you, if the way some of the characters in this game are, if this was a hold back to block.
Oh, yeah, it'd be terrible.
I'd like Russell a lot more in that situation. And again, it's just going to hold the sequence. At that point, I get it too, right? Because you get your turn back. You down one. If down one didn't kill, down one is a special wood. Like
right.
Yeah. You would have had to have flawless blocked it. And to be honest, if in that situation you would have, you got it. You deserve it. You're the best. If you're ready for that in that instance, sure. Sometimes you just got to give it to the MallRat, decompressing a little bit here, trying to rework his strategy in his head. Wasn't the worst matchup for him. He had a lot of good moments in it. It seemed like he just kind of got steamrolled at the end, and we all know how important momentum can be in matchups like this.
Oh, absolutely. Especially in Mortal Kombat in general. It seems like a game that really does have a very solid foundation on, you know, with using strings in Oki situations. The second hit of like a certain string might actually be a bit more beneficial to kind of sit there and throw out, hoping your opponent is going to wake up with something that would get counter hit on their wake up.
Right, here's the Sabrina confirmed again. We're going to start making this progress. Marching him down towards the corner. Into plus frames, or you could just let it hit you. That's great, too.
Good meaty fireball from Val. Being very patient about it.
Oh, beautiful whiff punish game.
And Val looking.
And I'll be honest, too, I don't even think that was a whiff punish on the first move that he whipped. I think he tried to press again and got clipped.
Yeah.
We could be ducking under those. I will say, it matters when you start fighting the better players. You know, once you get further into the bracket, you can't. Sometimes you can't afford that chip damage blocking all those projectiles. And Raiden could cook those up to 11.
All right, good interrupts here.
A little bit of a cop bop. It's always entertaining to me, too, sometimes when Striker hits because you know that the player actually wanted them to block it, and now they got to work on knockdown again. Oh, didn't jump up after him. That's the counter Asha tech. Chase her when she does that down 4-3.
Full screen.
Ooh, okay. We're getting telenutty.
Right, good breaker there. Val looking to reestablish himself here. Ooh.
Top bop again. Now a little bit of the razzle dazzle, trying to manage it at full screen distance. Striker protecting.
Now that's an ambush, right?
Yes.
That particular one?
So he's got two versions, one that goes a little farther, one that like kind of arcs a little lower. It's almost like low force ball, high force ball.
Gotcha.
Oh, and that fatal blow, I mean, that's pretty much gonna be game, set, match here. Now I'm gonna look over. Yeah, I don't think MallRat's even entertaining the minigame. I saw one hand on his forehead. I was just like, don't do it to yourself. You're just gonna mess up your pad for nothing. Like it's
yeah, but we're having fun.
I'll be real. Val's polite at me. I'll be like, stop giggling, man. I'm trying to.
We're playing
We're
for
at
money.
NEC. I'm trying to play you seriously.
All right,
be my friend when this set is over.
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
right now. Look, I think Val was pretty dedicated too to just completely show. You know,
just keeping the game face on. Honestly, that's how you keep focus.
I like too because MallRat's one of those fellas that has like an unnecessarily deep voice. You know, like you just meet some of them, and they just talk. You know. So I can already hear him in my head. Yeah, man, that fatal blow when you got me and you did a little, you know. And Val's really just trying to not forget the Asha routes for 5 minutes.
Right. And got the third.
I was going to say, cool, brother. What are you having fun playing video games? Come on, man. All right, a little change of scenery here. I mean, this isn't a game where stages are dependent, so a little breather, possibly some time to like recollect himself, right? I do think as much as I'm like memeing on NJMallRat for the sake of the meme, it is good that he's not getting flustered, right? Because you see a lot of competitors get kind of like too caught up in that frustration. Yeah. And then they kind of just end up losing to their own mental state. Yeah. Unfortunate striker call out there. It would have worked at the distance, but that dash was just so well timed.
All right, good sweep.
Oh, no pickup, though. That's guaranteed combo extension. Oh, they're just getting crazy with this base control, teleporting all over the place. Asha trying to dash in to find him. Him trying to not be there. They trade again.
Good breaker there.
So much action in the span of 5 seconds. Okay, relax. Okay. We get it. She's got a dash.
Oh, just dropped that little hit. Go for the conversion. Superman's out.
Striker to cover. I like the anti-air attempt, but no conversion again. And it's unfortunate setup for NJMallRat too, because every time he's landed a hit, had they been full combo confirms, this round could have been over already.
Ooh, good overhead.
Caught Bob to protect, and she's just going to do it again. Something tells me that Val's a big fan of that special move. I don't know if you get the same feeling I do, that he likes it a lot. Big pick up here. It does seem to be the great equalizer for Asha in a lot of situations. I mean, she's one of the few characters on the roster that can escape out of practically inescapable scenarios for everybody else. Little did we know that her biggest weakness was a flashlight. Oh, holds it all that pressure. That's guaranteed to get out of their scenario. If there's one thing Raiden players love to tell you about Raiden versus Serena is, oh, then you do 4-4 and you get, you know, you hit them for 40%. They love to say it. All right, I mean, listen, again, I'll never sleep on a comeback, but this is going to be pretty rough.
Oh, down 1 to finish.
I've got a new rule. If any competitors who are watching the stream, anybody, when Raiden does his cartwheel string, the first person I see on stream to down 1, it gets $3. I'm making the statement here. Not 5. I want lunch later, but 3. 3. I need that extra 2 for tip.
I'll get you a soda.
I'll get you a soda.
There
I can work out a soda.
A beverage.
You can have the rest of this water bottle when I'm done with it. We'll find something worth your while.
It's a good first match to show to start us off here at Block C.
Yeah, I mean, Astra Serena doing its job. I think, nobody really feels bad for Raiden either. We definitely picked a less optimal shell.
Right.
For sure. So I was interested to see how exactly all of those sequences were going to work out. Sorry, I freaked out. I was interested to see how all of those sequences were going to work out. I think it's hard, right, because I'm also like a play for fun guy, so I get it, right?
Right.
Like for me, I don't think Lau is Reptile's best cameo. I think it's up there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his best, right?
No.
But I just like it more.
Yeah.
So I play it. So I get Striker having utility, and you like Striker, and NJMallRat was big on that too. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just such a Striker fan that, in this game, I didn't care if he was going to be bad. You're going to love it when you hear him later. If he was going to be bad, that was going to be my team. I could see the potential of utility. What I would have really loved to see, just for the sake of theory crafting, would have been Raiden conversions into arrest.
Yes.
To see what he could have did with those plus strings, because I feel like that then leads into your Storm Cell chip out game, right? Like if they're forced to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beauty of this game is that the cameo system does allow you to be a little bit more creative. As you mentioned, the theory crafting is a very big portion of this game. The characters that you choose can technically be played any myriad of way based off the cameo that you pick. Kind of, you can either sit there and strengthen their most valuable assets, or try to cover some shortcomings on other characters. So it's you kind of play just who you feel. I mean, you either play characters that you enjoy personally, or ones that'll really help you elevate your gameplay in particular, which is really awesome for MK1.
Yeah, and I mean, it's definitely one of those things where you get to be able to tell very fast whether somebody came for the money or they came for the sauce. You know?
And we love the sauce, bro. I mean,
the sauce in this game is impeccable. I mean, again, right? Oh, this one's going to be okay. So,
we got lore. We got lore.
Competitor. No, I know. I'm very excited about this. So, the pool before this, right?
Okay.
We got to witness Wraith.
Yes.
Wraith is one of the very, very, very big shanks that we have on the MK scene, right? Now, I'm going to out-Wraith a little bit here.
Okay.
Right? Wraith has been taking a lot of credit for some tech. Some of it his, right?
Right.
But has had kind of like a behind-the-scenes force coaching him through it. Is going to be that fella right over there, Maigo X Kagami, right?
Okay.
a Shang player that's limited right now in the amount of attention he gets because he's on PC. He was one of those fools that got that version and hasn't had access to crossplay yet. So the PlayStation universe hasn't gotten to really see him perform unless he comes over to my house, which is never, you know? So
until
Wraith
today.
has been showing off the effectiveness of Shang Goro, right?
Okay.
Little slept on shelf for a lot of Shang players, right?
Yeah.
Maigo runs Shang Sector,
Ooh.
which you see even less often.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of it personally because I have to deal with him all the time, right? I found my answer to it. I'm not going to say it on stream. After today, I'll tell you guys how to beat Maigo.
We'll tell you later.
Yeah. But what I'm very excited about is there are conversion routes that you get off of Shang Sector, kind of like similar to how Scorpion will get confirmed with Sector routes, that Shang can get that are so hard to execute. Maigo's one of the few players in the world that can hit them consistently. And then Kompetitor's just Kompetitor, right? Like he doesn't really have lore that I have to explain that much. So you're watching like a Blaze Blue EZT champion in Maigo that's also a big fan of MK versus the Johnny Cage if you hang around for the STV boys.
True. I mean, there are quite a few Johnnies that I'm aware of, but I don't know.
The Kompetitor's been like a legacy Johnny player for so long, right? Like he's played him in everything. Like similar to Mikemetroid, right?
Yes.
All of us, like big MK. Like if you hang around on the East Coast and you know some Johnny boys like that, he's in that group. But they've been playing him forever. Costner's been Reptile since MK9. That's my group. We're the Reptile boys. He's on one of the Johnny boys. And if you're following Kompetitor on Twitter, he has just been posting tech after tech after tech. Like this fella's just up till 4 in the morning.
And it's crazy because I feel like the Johnny tech never stops. Like there's always something new every week.
Yeah, and I will tell you too, from hanging in Discord calls with Maigo, if there's one character that he does not feel like dealing with right now, it's obviously Johnny Lau.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's when they're making like KO runs and he has to fight 7 of them in a row. But it does mean that he's going to be a little more acclimated to dealing with this shell than potentially Kompetitor will be dealing with him.
Right.
Right, because now he's got to get introduced to what is so frustrating about this team.
Right, and the cool thing about that is like you have a lot of these character specialists that'll play characters that like rarely get any attention. Makes it harder for the characters that play upper echelon characters. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kompetitor adapts to this matchup here.
He's going to get sniped by the missile here, but it's still going to be his turn. Down 2 just gets him out of jail.
And that back 4 of Shang, young Shang specifically. Shang is a stance character. He does have 2 forms here. Very fast, very quick. And now
still able to get through it. Ooh, there's no way.
Wow.
Well, I didn't know that doesn't work.
Yeah, I was like,
believing it that hard.
I was like, that's probably the route, right? But no.
I think Kompetitor might have just found out himself that doesn't work. I don't know. Listen, Kompetitor's a big boy. He might have just gripped that controller a little too hard. Like, there's a chance he didn't necessarily mean to do that.
Accidentally thumbed it.
Here we shift in. Now get to manage that distance. And it's hard too, right? Because it's like it's such a jump you want to answer and you have to resist the urge.
Yeah. Even when up blocking, it's such an incredible liability because if they don't commit to an aerial, I mean, you end up eating a big fat combo. Oh, okay.
Again, yeah, into better spikes. And that move is incredibly punishable, but you have to be on the money and you also have to be ready for it.
Right. Perfect blocking, I would imagine, helps on that one as well.
Good. All right. At least Kompetitor is aware that there is an answer to it, and he's going to start using this to catch up on this life lead that Maigo has got himself here.
You definitely respect the decision to use it in the middle of the round. You just want to close.
Well, he's so far behind. He needs something to kind of like get momentum in his favor. I get it.
Sector missile, though.
Oh, no, it clipped. That's so unfortunate. It's guess for game now.
Ooh, good
Flawless block saves of the oh no, but now again for Maigo that has to be frustrating, but it's like that's so just par for the course for a Johnny Cage player. It's like nobody was even surprised if we watched that comeback. Usually we're like, oh, you gotta wait, you don't know. We were like, if he does 2 things.
Johnny doing Johnny things.
I like the shadow kick to get out. It's nice because it means Kompetitor's paying attention to the gaps.
Yes.
And a big part of, I will tell you, like, this isn't my answer to how you beat Maigo running Shang Sector, but one of the universal answers to kind of like Sector in general when a lot of people are running him, you kind of have to get comfortable disrespecting the missile because it does not track you everywhere. Right. And if you get too worried about it hitting you, you just end up holding situations you didn't need to.
Yeah, you end up a sitting duck and pretty much free the Shang's pressure, whatever he decides to go in. But I'm even seeing that there's an interesting approach.
He missed it. Oh, I was so close. You're about to start seeing it. You're about to start seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God.
Kompetitor for mix.
Down 2 trade combo is insane.
Oh, but
And just goes for the throw and manages to secure it.
Maigo keeping it very composed.
Now, he didn't exhibit a sigh of relief, but I know internally, right? Like, it was either going to be an exhale of carbon dioxide or gas. Like, you got you got one or two options.
Something was being released at the end of that round.
Yeah, so the fact that Kompetitor is still sitting next to him, I'm going to assume it was carbon dioxide.
All right, Lao Hat already out on the field.
Oh, this has been such an awkward start for him.
Maigo having to deal with corner pressure here immediately. Switches it up with the back throw. Sector missile out. Switches to Old Shang here. Oh, down one on the rep. All right, Kompetitor looking like he's going to put him back into the corner here. A little good overhead attempt. This far, not quite punished. Good throwback by Maigo here. All right, looks like Kompetitor hits with the low. Still has pressure in the corner here. Maigo forced to guess. Good stand one to the throw. All right, Kompetitor takes that first round there.
And he needed a round like that, too, because I think he needed to prove a point to Maigo that he could. I mean, it's Johnny. We all know that Johnny's capable of doing that, but I think still, like, when you have a competitor like this and they're up on you, you got to make a point like this. Don't think that's going to be the norm from now on.
Right. Maigo going for the overhead. Kompetitor jumping here.
There we go. All right, now we're showing it.
Okay, goes for the spike ender.
Oh, and a nice little shimmy bait there to try to get information out of him, what he would do on Oki if he's in a panic situation. Ooh. That's punished, and it beat out Sector.
How's Kompetitor going to spend, or is he going to wait for the...
I mean, he needs one more touch at the fatal blow confirm, and it's pretty much game, set, match. He's just got to find it.
Oh, two opportunities there. Drum punch throw back into the corner.
No, and he got meted out. Okay, he believes in it.
Oh, the overhead.
No, the down one. All right. We're tied up 1-1. So what an impeccable winner's quarter set to get to witness here.
And Maigo certainly not making it easy for Kompetitor at all, so definitely showing some peak Shang Tsung tech here. Especially in probably one of Shang's, I'd say, least favorable matchups. I don't think anybody likes playing against Johnny Cage. Except for maybe another Johnny Cage.
Or people who just feel they're good at the match. I had a phase where I was kind of mauling Johnny's for a little bit. Don't quote me on that.
I didn't hear anything.
No, but it was, there's like a certain level of KO where it was just like, their offense wasn't layered enough to be threatening.
So
I was just having a yay old time, and I was like, yeah, I'm kind of like, if you're not one of the... All right, I'll get my ego involved for 2 seconds. If you're not one of the good Johnnies, if you're not like a sensible Johnny, it's not happening.
Ooh. Oh, but he's back into the corner, though. All right, and then if it hits...
Yeah, that's going to be fatal blow confirmed. You think the minigame matters here? You think you should break the durability of your controller to find out if you can
still that's a very... Now that you mention it, it's a very good point to bring up. If you're playing on pad, then it's...
Yeah, if there was some time, like I played a set with him one night where I hit him with fatal blow and I put the controller down and he's like, you got to play the minigame. I was like, you're dead. I'm not doing it. It's 3 in the morning and I have one PS5 controller. I'm not chancing it for you.
Not willing to risk spending another $75.
You know what I'm saying? Like
controller
for a first to 5, like this isn't a money match. What do you mean?
No, that's real stuff though.
Nice flawless block. A block would have been better, but you don't have the time. There he goes. Bong, bong. And to pick. Isn't it cool looking?
Oh, absolutely.
It's also so difficult because you have to, I do not know how he gets triple skull out in that combo. Oh, that's the dream right there.
There we go.
And the better positioning, knocking him back into the corner, so now he has the entire map to work with. If he wants to moonwalk for the next 3 minutes, he's got every ability to.
Love the positioning. He gets full real estate to be able to walk back. Oh, completely blows up the armor there on the shadow kick. Good lift. Oh my God!
Yeah, no, there's a reason nobody feels bad for him.
Maigo, stop.
I'm telling you guys, you don't get to see it. Nobody gets to see it. This is such a grand moment for me. He had to leave his house, come all the way out here just so people can see a little bit of it. And what's crazy is he's still down on the, like he did all that. It's so technical, and he's still technically down as far as life lead goes.
But has every opportunity to be able to make this comeback. He's got Fatal on.
Don't bother. Don't bother. It's done.
Maigo taking the second.
I was gonna say,
match here.
don't hesitate switching the score. He got it.
I know competitors.
You know how sometimes those production teams, they gotta wait and confirm. I was like, don't worry, it's over.
Competitor scratching his chin, trying to think about it.
There's no mercies in this game.
All right, hitting the notes.
And look at him, bro. I hate people wearing the medal that he won the other night. I want to be real. Competitor got a medal from like the other day too, right? Maigo got his in Blaze Blue. Competitor got one, I believe, in Injustice. He got third, right?
Yeah, right.
Only one of them is sitting there with it on. You know, get over it. We saw it.
That's good flair. It's a unique buff. Passive. There you go. Passive buff.
Yes, listen, I'm talking this man up enough already. Take the medal off. We get it.
Hey man, sometimes you gotta let everybody know where you're coming from. That's it.
Oh, beautiful up block.
Start.
I don't know that I get nervous with Maigo in these situations, right? If competitors starts getting his flow chart going again, all he needs is a turn, right? Once he gets a turn going. But this is going to be a steep hill to climb to make a 50% life comeback.
But that was like 40% off of just trying to dash to get in.
And what people really sleep on with the sector missile when you get them to hold it in situations where it's pretty much guaranteed is that it forces them to take the chip from the projectiles.
All right. And already Maigo here, up, game point.
Oh, I don't know if he wanted that on purpose. I feel like, I'll be real, I feel like that's Sector's most useless cameo assist, right? The telepunch.
Yeah.
Like there's situations where it helps, but for most of the time it's not worth it.
You're better off with the restand flamethrower or just using the missile, honestly.
Yeah.
You get way more mileage off of it. But the pressure Maigo sitting here applying on competitor. Loud hat still in effect. Both trading with down ones.
Spends the breaker. I don't know how I feel about that one. This is such a life lead that he has. I get like, you know, trying to shut it down, get in a more advantageous position, but now we melted all those sticks of butter and they're gone.
Right. Maigo pretty much having to work his way out of this situation.
Nice
here.
up block. It's going to be beneficial. He's going to be looking for side switch if he can. No, I don't think he can find it. Right. Force him to hold some chip. Work it out. If you could come out plus on these trades, these are better. I like how he stuck out the poke too, just in case he advanced forward to get past the missile too. Like, so the preemptive there, and we're just going to wake up and get after it.
Oh, competitor easily. That's, yeah, 30% coming up. And the pressure from Johnny. No stranger to plus.
Oh, didn't get to confirm though. This is, yeah.
Ooh, wait a second. We got one more chance.
There's going to be an opportunity to try to attempt here. But yeah, you can't give up a turn. He would have had to have backed up and perfectly avoided Lau for the next. I mean, I'll be real. Had he been able to do that, gone in the air and gotten one of like the ground skulls that way, maybe he could have finessed it into a fatal blow conversion. That would have been his best chance. But I think it was gone the second that he went for forward four conversion. And competitor's been very consistent on punishing better spikes, so he wouldn't have been able to avoid.
Yes. Ooh, good down one there.
I'll be honest, you know what I haven't seen from competitor too? If he, well, you know, the same way a lot of people are, is going to play that fuzzy mind game to get away from 2-1. Start staggering into throw.
Yeah.
Let him stand up right into a throw.
Competitor really laying it on thick. Double throw in the corner.
The no mix. Do it again.
Third
Do it
time?
one more time. He waited. He wanted to. He waited.
Oh, yeah. And that could be the round?
Yeah, it should.
Oh, but good breaker.
Really? Okay. No.
Oh, no.
Didn't work out the way he was. So I don't think he would have had time with Fatal anyway. Even if it would have popped up, he still would have ate Lau hat.
Interesting position to start here at round 2 on the screen. Oh, didn't believe.
Well, it's either that or he's trying to phase into old and he's not getting it.
Got it. That's insane.
Oh, this is looking so advantageous for competitor, bro. Johnny Cage is the guy.
Oh,
okay, this is going to help.
Big damage.
I selfishly would like to see one more round just because I'm surprised I wasn't poking to better spikes again, but I get why he's being more cautious with it. This is going to hurt. I mean, this is not just kill.
Oh, good. All right, armor's out. One more chance here.
He needs it. He needs it. No, he
No, hold on. He gets the throw here. Still has full screen
it's still
advantage.
possible, but
Low skull?
no, he can't afford the chip. That's so frustrating because he got the pickup, but he did not get the stand 4 conversion into guaranteed fatal that would have got him the round.
That's so heartbreaking, but you know what? Maigo did an awesome job playing the matchup, really showcasing his skill. It's not over for him yet.
He's still on loser's side. Listen, we get to see more Maigo footage. That's always gas, you know? I'm sure if he had any dream, it would be the ability to roll back that match.
Oh, yeah.
And get to do it all over again with that information. Speaking of rollback, King of Fighters 13 has just received it. If you've not had the opportunity to see one of the Melee trailers of us showcasing it tonight, check out SNK's new revival of one of your King of Fighters favorites. And I'll be real, the fact that that's even available on Nintendo Switch
is insane.
so you can walk around with KOF in your pocket, you know?
You can get really add to your Joy-Con drift with doing all of those KOF.
Yeah, listen, I wouldn't recommend being a Joy-Con player. That might be the best time to start telling people about 8-bit dojo sticks. Maybe they could try to, you know, it's one of the better ones. Also, you know, talking about sticks, we also have Hitbox as a sponsor. We'll go over them more later with a bunch of the Philly-related sponsors that we have for NEC, you know. Again, as mentioned before, we're technically kind of like on the border brink of Jersey, but everybody still feels like they're in Philly. If you're hanging out here.
We're in Jersey.
Yeah.
Let's not play.
We're in Jersey, but there's Philly fellas here that are acting like we're in Philly,
yeah.
You know. And I'm for whatever keeps them in a good mood today, you know.
You know, as a Jersey native, we are hospitable to welcome all walks of life into the state.
They get to come here and say John, but we know where they are, you know.
No, we're all good here.
Welcome to New Johnsey, you know. We've had a grand time hosting you, you know.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a great one. We're going to continue on into Pool 3 block with some of the competitors that are getting set up right now. These two are some of the few that I, at least from this distance, cannot recognize.
Sub-Zero.
Yes.
So I'm just I heard Sub-Zero.
All right, so we're locked in.
And that's an interesting one because I don't know if you have the same opinion that I have on Sub-Zero, but that fellow, you know, we start talking about tier list. We kind of get to Lee May, that's like, you know, let's say Lee May's
up there.
She's solid. And then Sub-Zero starts like,
Sub is
there's not enough room on the camera, I think, for like.
He's a knowledge check character. You know, he's kind of like the ticket of admission. If you're looking to play high level MK, you got to know how to deal with Sub. I feel like that's like the first like real problematic character as like a new player to figure out how to deal with. Because the high-low mix-up that he does with, you know, the overhead into the launch, it can be pretty problematic for somebody who's just starting out. But after a while, though, I mean,
well, finish your point and then I'll
yeah, as I say, it's one of those things where, like, initially it seems difficult to work around, but then once you kind of figure them out, Sub's not really that much of a threat.
So, from the Sub players that I know, right, which I talked to a couple, the main one I talked to is Swan Wike, right? There's 2 cameos you can run with him to make him competitively formidable. One is Serena, which we're going to get a witness on now, which is great because it's a problem for Lee May, who's got to close that gap. Her projectile's not really going to contest as well with full Serena and Ice Clone and Puddle and all of the things that Sub can introduce. And Lao, because Lao gives you those resets, right?
Yep.
To the point where I've heard from Sub players right? Everybody's worried about Lao adjustments, given how strong the cameo is. That if they adjust them in certain ways, it might just kill Sub as a character.
Right.
And you already have a grand list of sub mains outside of a couple of nameless few that are never going to get off the character, but most of them have been basically switching over because it's just been too struggle bus. Even with those resets, you're essentially stopping a combo. I think the best one you can do, you stop it around like what feels like 24%. Like you give up so much damage to try to guarantee this reset. You might even stop it at 14. It is what is it? It is confirm like 2-1 Ice Puddle. You have to go straight into Ice Ball, then you have to summon Lao Hat, and then it's a guaranteed like Hearts of Blockable mix.
Right. The Limbodawg here kind of proving his point that Sub is definitely a viable pick here, taking out Doctor here.
Oh yeah, you can definitely make him work. Listen, the fact that he's one of the more struggle bus characters, I don't think makes him completely unviable, right? He's just not doing what the meta characters are doing. He just can't compare to the top. But it's not like he doesn't have a strategy. It's not like, like you have competitors, like we just saw the use of Ice Storm. Some people cannot resist the urge but to just walk into it. And if you find you have yourself one of those, it'll be a very long night for people.
And even so right here, Limbo's just using the little Ice Puddle there, using the Serena to kind of take away whatever he can while keeping Li Mei locked in. So, I mean, there's definitely a really good utility here. Certainly not counting Sub out as a character. I just feel like more people kind of get used to him dealing with the character than more so. But, hey, man, if you can rock him, then that's more power to you.
Yeah, and Li Mei, as we saw before, could have an answer potentially to get through Ice Zone with back forward 4, but not if Sub-Zero's just on the other side of it blocking. It becomes an issue. She can also potentially, I'd have to remember, I would need a reminder on the startup of her back forward 4 when it's amplified. But if you poke into Ice Clone as Sub, there are characters that can use their armor move to kind of like eat through it and chase, and the fact that she has Scorpion to get a pickup if it's fast enough.
Right.
But you would have to know he's going to do that. You couldn't react.
Yeah.
You'd have to basically buffer it so that it come out as fast as possible. And I don't know if it's worth the risk half the time.
No. In a situation like that where Sub-Zero would more likely be able to convert on your mistake, it probably wouldn't be worth it.
There you go, Serena pickup again. And of course, outside of the grand utility of just being a deterrent for Li Mei at full screen, it also just happens to lead into 40% combos for everybody. So,
which is nice. We like damage. All right, and then keeping Li Mei locked in here.
Oh, careful, that lances over your head. Oh, he almost.
Wow.
Yeah. Pixel Perfect was able to get away from it. That's guaranteed punish. Immediate momentum shift with this arena break. Don't forget, too, I've said it a couple of times, but Li Mei does have a lot of gaps in her offense that people don't call out, and Serena is one of the best cameos that just interrupt. I think second to Tremor now.
Okay.
With Crystalline, I think he has invuln on it, which makes it better, but Serena has a little less invuln than him, but it's very fast, and it basically if there's a gas in something, her forward cameo can call it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's...
Dive kick. It's another combo here with Serena.
Yeah, bit of an awkward confirm if you're not a sub player, too. They do need a little bit of credit of getting used to that timing, because there's an awkward pause in it. Is it the hardest thing in the world? No, but I'm trying to give them something, you know?
I mean, they picked Sub-Zero. I mean, that's...
You know, you make a fair point, right?
They're already
they got one easy combo.
Yeah.
Let's pick up again. Take as much damage as we can get.
Not opting to use the breaker here.
And gonna set up that meter drain. I don't know how advantageous it'll be here. I feel like we could have worked without it, but the threat, we just ice ball for.
Good presence of mind by
I thought I was literally sitting here. You know, something you get called off guard. I was like, that was an interesting decision that Limbodawg just made. Now I see the vision. And break again. This is the problem too with the fact that Limbodawg has had such control over the pacing of the game. Every time he finally ends up getting caught by Li Mei something, it seems like he always has breaker.
Yep. Limbodawg has actually been doing a very good job of being conservative with meter. He hasn't really been using much of enhanced attacks, so it gives him that ability to be able to use the breaker when he feel like he needs it the most.
I'll be real too. If I was Doctor in that situation, I would have done the double Scorpion confirm for corner carry. I feel like you need to lock him down. I get wanting to be more reserved with it, but
I mean, it's always part of the whichever like school of thought or philosophy of fighting games that you look into. It's like whether or not if you want to conserve or be able to spend. I mean, at any which case, if you spend it, you're always going to get it back. Ooh. So, and there's less collateral if your cameo gets hit than if you do.
Here we go. I mean, this should, for all intents and purposes, kill, but it is Sub-Zero, so I wouldn't be surprised if for some reason he's got to work through a magic pixel again. Let's see. Of course.
Ooh, so close. Good block.
No, he had the guarantee.
All right, Limbodawg takes the second match here in the set. Playing
We
very.
were having a conversation with Armor about him switching off a sub. It's looking a little possible. I don't know. It's looking a little possible. Also, big shout outs to Magic T for the raid.
Appreciate you much.
Is Magic T still playing Scorpion? He was a Scorpion fan in 11, I know. I'd imagine there's some fellas out here that were playing Scorpion. I don't think he's that crazy, but I don't know.
That's an interesting pick.
There's some tech to the team. There's some tech to the team. I mean, you know, like you mentioned before, right? You can make any team in this game work. They might not necessarily be the strongest thing, but they can always do something.
You got to have the vision.
You got to have the vision.
And
Scorpion for some reason in some weird way works.
I'm not seeing it. I mean, personally, I
No, here's the thing. I saw it. It was so long ago, I don't remember what it was, but I saw people get messed up with it.
Right.
Maybe this is the other problem, too. Maybe they were just so good, you know? Like, sometimes it's one of those. Like, people are like, this thing is cracked. Like, that's where we end up with Sonic Fox territory, right? Sonic Fox has, you know, dropping these, like, takes on us. And I'm like, I don't know. I think you're just a demon is what it is, you know?
It's kind of like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
You blink, you'll miss it.
All right, here we go. The Shaolin Shimmy. We've got the switch to Kung Lao.
Okay.
Now, this is going to be an interesting one for sub because I don't think this necessarily solves the problem that Limbo has been presenting, right? Like,
No, because it doesn't look like Limbo is really...
not concerned with being that close to you, which is where Kung Lao shines. Even with Goro, right? Like, you need that armored confirm. On Wake Up, he knows that's what you want to do. That's the sole reason that you switched.
Right.
That's an unfortunate whiff. I don't think the solution is just going to be to try to whiff dive kicks at him the whole time because he's running away anyway.
Yeah, Limbo playing very comfortably, just sitting full screen away. Serena now half on.
And the up block again. It's like you finally get an opportunity to go in, and they just know.
Yeah, Limbo's just playing very patiently, kind of waiting for Doctor to overextend, and just has the answer to follow up with.
I mean, this is as probably the biggest. Let's give Sub-Zero players their credit, right? You're not going to do well competitively with this character if you don't have your fundamentals locked down, right? You're forced to. It's almost kind of like the same with Scorpions as we were just talking about. They're too honest, right? So you have to be fundamentally strong to make it work.
Yeah.
So if this Kung Lao thing is going to be a patience tester, like you're fighting a Sub-Zero main, they're not going to crack. Like,
they'll wait it out if they have to.
They will wait it out. Yeah. They understand the risk. Every time they mess up, every character in the game hits them for 800%. They're not going to entertain it with you.
Yep. It's the igloo.
The up block again has been such a consistent answer. You got to start making mind games. I mean, that's where we empty jump.
Yep.
And I will say there's a new collection of players now where you know what their answer is: tap, up block, immediately crouch when you try to throw punish, and then get their punish. I've had it happen to me so many times.
It's really
it's so annoying that they have time to do it, but I've seen people, and then so one of my friends was doing it to me. I'm like, you're insane, I hate you. And then I went into ranked and somebody did it to me, and I'm like, what is this new universe I'm living in?
Is that like an OS?
I don't know. Like, I'm still, but it started happening to me. So you guys at home might want to experiment. There's going to be the Goro pickup, and you need it. It's again, it's gets for game scenario.
Yeah, Limbodawg still having a fair amount of meter and a fatal blow of his own. Just needs really one interaction to be able to spend it.
He's going to get breaker soon, but there's ways to deny that.
Sends the ice clone out, still gets the puddle.
No,
yep, there you go.
And you know what the problem was too? It's one of those, we keep seeing it in competition. You already jumped and you know you can't get out of it now. So your brain is like, maybe my special can do something.
Yes.
And
yeah, it
just can't.
One of those weird spots where it's like you feel compelled to do something because when you don't do anything.
You guys don't have the, I'm sorry.
No.
Darth Arma, he was on commentary with us earlier for Poll 1, is still really campaigning for everybody to do fatalities and brutalities in every situation that they can. So saw that it ended in slide and did not end in slide brutality. And he's upset and he's walking over now to go complain about it. Why didn't you do the brutal? It's so easy. You're just supposed to tap down. And I get it, but I feel like it's going to be a long life for Armors. He's not going to let that go. He made the point himself earlier that with a lot of these players, what happens is they're so used to going to tournaments and the setups not having it, that they just don't bother, you know?
Which makes sense. That's like a very...
And I don't know if it's Arma's console that's up there, and that's why he's upset, because he's like, I have all of it.
Probably.
But he's, I think there's a part in him where he's just like, I have it, and I play sub, and it's there, and They're just not giving it to him.
It's just he just wants to give back to the community. Something that the community generally doesn't have as frequent as.
Well, what's very entertaining to me about is Arma's whole brand is giving back to the community.
Right.
He never asks for anything. This is the one thing he's been really trying to like get back. He's just like, listen, I've been running events for you guys for years. I've been around. I'm in the scene. I support the events. I just want to see a fatal, like it's
or a brutal or something.
It's a very innocent like ask in return. I just want to see a fatal, and they won't give it to him. All right, now we talked about Mikemetroid before, right?
Yep.
Legacy Johnny player. You were excited to see KungZero.
Yep. KungZero
is here. Are you more familiar with what he's been doing recently? Has he hopped on the Goro shell? Is he trying to be a little specialist?
So the last I remembered watching Kung play in bracket was with, I think he did double Kung, if I remember correctly.
I do. You know what? I do remember him doing that.
And
I'm seeing Kung Lao Goro on. Oh no, that's still from the last match. Sorry.
So in all intents and purposes, maybe he's migrated to Goro Kung, since I know that there have been a lot of people that have been making that switch.
Well, maybe now that there's money on the line.
Yeah.
But
you want to have a bit more of an insurance policy to go with it?
Double Lao has a lot of tech.
Oh, yeah.
Double Lao has a lot of tech. I mean, we talk about like silly shells and whatnot, but Double Lao seems like it would be a meme shell. It's very viable.
No, very oppressive. And you have really good opportunities to make advances.
I swear he's having them check if the brutals are there. That's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at the pause menu because Arma is like go to it and see if the brutality is there.
Well, maybe we might be setting off the connected controllers to avoid an interruption in the match, which is smart because there's nothing more.
And he's like, so somebody's guest profile stops ruining the brutalities.
Yeah. He's just trying to ensure that we get a brutal or a fatal on screen.
Look at him. He's not leaving yet. He's just like, now go back to the pause menu and show me that it's there.
Log into my account real quick. Make sure that I'm signed in. It's my WB account you see.
Look, even KungZero, he's just like, I don't understand which one of you am I fighting. I'm fighting Mike with Arma cameo.
Oh, my God.
You know,
oh, that'd be pretty. I wonder if we can get somebody to work in on that. That'd be pretty dope.
You know what we should have? You know what would put NRS on the map for like a good month on Twitch? They should integrate a mode where you could connect your Twitch account and chat can control your cameo.
That would be crazy.
And then just make them all ambushes for that mode specifically and just let chat control them. And you just have to deal with the nonsense.
Somebody send that up. Let them know.
Or let's get like Extreme Battle and let them just... let them send bats on screen, let them do the whole stuff, and let's have tournaments like that.
Twitch plays MK1, cameos only.
Oh, it'd be so much easy content for everybody.
Oh, yeah. Could you
writes
imagine?
Itself. It'd be.
Oh, man.
Listen, NRS, before we even get concerned about that, let's handle Quan Chi.
Yeah.
Let Quan Chi come out. I need him to be as goated as I'm hoping he is, right? I've been whining about being a Reptile player. All my bad matchups in my head, I'm just like, oh, he's going to solve them. He's going to solve them, and he's out soon. And
I don't know, the trailer for Quan Chi looked really good. I mean, I know he's like dabbling in like Eldritch Horror now with all the teleporting and the tentacles, the Cthulhu-like stuff. But I mean, Quan Chi's always been in any MK. He's been in a good top 10 conversation. I hope it's going to be similar to that in MK1. It'd be really weird to see an MK scene without having at least a good handful of Quan Chi players in it.
Yeah. Listen, I already know a good litany of them that are ready to show back up. Like, what is it, in Super Bowl or Pat MK? Like, he's ready to get back on the wagon. I'm curious, like, lore-wise, who's more excited about the Cthulhu monster, whether it's Quan Chi because of all the offense it offers him or Omni-Man.
Oh, that's good lore. That's a deep cut right there. Shout out to Invincible.
I already made the joke on Twitter, but I figured I'd get one shot at it live. You
got to cover your platforms.
Listen, let me talk to you, Mark.
I gotta keep up with the second season. I haven't really been.
I haven't. Everybody keeps telling me to watch it, and but I'm also watching everybody complain about having to wait till next year. And I'm like, if I can just like kind of avoid spoilers until it dies out again, then I get to watch the whole season in one sitting.
Right.
But then it's like, how much of it is gonna get spoiled for me if I don't,
By the time you get there, yeah. Well, I know what will be more spoiling is this matchup here between KungZero and Mikemetroid.
Mike going for Johnny Striker too. Now, Mike has been a lot, like we were talking about earlier, how MallRat was playing Striker because he's a big Striker fan, right? Mike is playing him the same way, but whereas MallRat felt like he was trying to find how Striker really can complement Raiden's game plan, Mikemetroid has completely solved it with Johnny. So when I go, oh, it's time to watch a lot of Secret Tech, like when we were watching Maigo Shank Sector.
Right.
Mikemetroid, Johnny Striker, if you don't know how to play this gel, throughout the entirety of this set, win or lose from him, you're going to see everything it's capable of doing.
He baited the parry into the Shadow Dash and then had the Striker assist cover him?
Yeah.
That was wild.
He also got conversion off of Nut Punch, if you didn't see earlier while I was
Yeah,
talking about it. He also has tech, like, he uses Striker to get stuff off of glasses.
Wow.
Like,
That's
it's just
smart.
And the thing is, KungZero he's an impeccable player, right? You're a big fan of him. I'm a big fan of him. We know how strong he is.
Mikemetroid putting on the show for us here.
I will say, too, we talk about like competitors getting stressed. Mikemetroid is not somebody that you can crack. He doesn't care.
No.
He doesn't care. It's kind of like, it's almost like the light version of Sunio, you know? If Sunio was still like the dark version, they're the yin and yang. Like, and just immediately baited him, and this fella is putting on, I swear this is like a clip contest.
Art imitates life. And
you know, guys, listen, we're watching this on the KombatNetwork stream, and you see the tag. They've got some competitors.
I feel like, you know, we gravitate to characters that we either aspire to be like, and I feel
from
that,
Mike, it makes sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm definitely feeling Johnny vibes from Mike for sure.
Round one.
Immediately going back into this rematch.
All right, we're getting out.
Gets the conversion here with the raised roof here. And now puts Mike into the corner. Ooh, no, whip punish on that.
And it's ridiculous, too, because it's like, if you know, for those of us who know Mikemetroid, we know how much of a legacy player, how good he was in MK9. MK11, he was playing Johnny. He was clearly still playing Johnny, but it wasn't the same thing as MK9 Johnny, right? Mortal Kombat 1 is about as close as you're going to get for a new title.
Yes.
To just going back to form. He was a demon back then, and I feel like a lot of people forgot about it because of MK11 style. And they're going to get a big reminder watching him now.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Ooh! Oh, I'm so upset he didn't get the conversion.
This is a very awkward angle to be able to catch the parry at. But already Kung now taking one round here in the second match.
Fight.
Most likely using the first match maybe for data.
And Mike is another competitor also that still plays on levelless controller. You know, we're talking about like the benefits of like going hitbox if you wanted to consider it. Cosner was one earlier today, very successful result. Mike another one.
Yes. And there's definitely a lot of benefits with levelless for MK specifically. I mean, especially if you have characters that do Tiger Knee projectiles.
Oh, that was in a hype combo. Also, I want you to finish your point right after this, but
No, I'm dialed in.
no, the job 50%, and then the job is pretty much guaranteed anyway. But Mikemetroid, and those are not easy to execute. I was saying earlier that's, you know, everybody hates fighting Johnny Cage, but the little bit of credit that they get is the hype combo execution.
Oh yeah. It's like the increased gravity on the opponent.
No, he's talking.
Good shot.
Mike, please, you know how confident you got to be. I'm telling you, man, it's, you know, what did we say before? They're either here for the money or the sauce. Which side do you think Mike's on? And I'll be honest, the sauce, and he's kind of looking like he might have an opportunity of getting the money. Look at the guarantee. Gets to cover it with strikes, so he's not punishable.
Oh, that's so good. All right.
He's forced to block the pressure. I like that stagger into throw there from KungZero. Gonna wave it up. That's guaranteed punish. That's gonna be round. He is up 2-0 on the board. It's just not even not providing him the opportunity.
Oh man, it certainly is a treat for all of us.
And it's so funny too because I feel like this custom is what Mike would pick anyway.
Round
Yes,
fight.
it's a very loud outfit.
The spectacle wearing spectacles.
All right. Bit of the same from the second match that we saw from KungZero.
Oh, that was definitely supposed to be, yeah. Armor's right through it. It's going to hype cover it with Striker again. So he'll have access to great conversions. Oh, thank God we did the disconnects. Huh?
Yeah. All right, here comes hype. Activating shadow kick after shadow kick. Oh, but he ducks
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Good presence of mind.
There's one problem with troll factor, which is when you start abusing it, you know? It does open an opportunity. Oh, he could have confirmed that into fatal had he not had breaker.
All right, and Kung definitely has to be aware that.
Oh, what a great reaction. This might, and I've had a lot of contenders, be the most entertaining set I've seen the entire time I've been here. And I know everybody's been trying to, like, you know, give my little compliment in the background. I'm almost 6 hours deep into this, and this might be the most entertaining set I've seen the whole time.
You're legendary. Oh, down two.
So good.
Sometimes you got to.
There's no way it just can. I don't even have words for that one. I'll be real. It just worked.
Back three. Sometimes you just got to throw it out. All right.
Nice. Here's the pickup.
I don't know. Kung's going to have to do something really crazy to get this
Coming
going.
through with Striker that's so used to punishing and he can't resist the urge.
Now has no meter. Fatal blow on deck.
And he gets pickup. Mikemetroid put it on just a clinic, a show. He stopped McCon, and he's going to give us the
there we
animation.
go.
And he's taunting.
He gives Arma
over there
what they
holding, yeah.
want.
That was such a good showing from him. He's going to take that set 3-0 over KungZero.
I was entertained.
Legacy play. Oh, that was so well timed with. No, that was actually perfect how that timed with the transition. I think it would have been worse if you would have let him rock. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, we found the strategy at least as to why the Brutals weren't available to begin with. But great short from Mikemetroid. Well, I'm going to be thinking about that. I want to play Johnny Striker now. No, I'm going to be real. I'm lying. I'm not going to stay up tonight and lab that.
No.
I got my characters already.
But if you wanted to, I'd understand.
Content piece, you know?
Yeah.
Go home, sit with it longer. It's the weekend with the boys. When I'm back in the house, I might have to hit him. You know what? I might not even have to hit him up because we have the VOD.
Yep.
I might just watch the VOD again.
You gotta remember to incorporate like at least 3 or 4 different teabag instances during that entire set.
Well, I feel like if I pick that team up because of him, I'm not allowed to not throw games for teabags. Like it would be a dishonor to the legend. So far, it's been 2 of my favorite shells today to witness at high level has been that Johnny Striker shell and Ghost earlier with Liu Kang Sector.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I'll be real, infuriating in the sense
Sector?
that he was doing, so he was just jumping back.
Okay.
Jumping back, sector missile, right? Then we're like, okay, but it's working, right? He's fighting Tiza. Tiza can't get through it. Tiza gets to him. It's still Liu when you get there.
Yep.
So he's getting caught up in some frame traps and stuff. Then he back throws him. Then he gets a conversion off the back throw with sector missile. Right? Gets his like 20%, which is usually like minimum of what you want.
Right.
Then some other point gets the back throw. Right? We're sitting there. This is pool 1, right?
Right.
We're like, oh, okay, so he's going to get his 20%. He's in the corner. He turned it into like almost 30-something.
Wow, that's impressive. And Tiza's playing Reiko still, right?
He's playing Garrus.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, so Ghost was doing Lao Goro.
Okay.
Right? Kept trying to challenge, but you know, Garrus has such a good dictation over that pace. It's just he keeps you out. Tiza wasn't doing the sweep. He should have been, but he has it, you know. 1-bar breaker, all of this stuff, just maintaining distance. And then he's up 2-0, right?
Okay.
They were not close at all. Right, polite, and now that it's over, and we're not being mean to them while they're playing, they were like, Ghost maybe had the first round was like almost a flawless.
Okay.
And then just could not get that going again. And then he switched to loose sector, and it was like this. I think it flipped. He took 2 games straight, and then the third game, Tiza had like a moment of doing a combo, and then he got stuffed out again, and it was it.
Wow.
It was one of the most. I'm used to seeing like Sunio run away with like Liu Striker.
Right.
So that's what I know the zoning variations to be. That sector shell might be better.
Huh. You learn something new every day.
All right, so competitor now, winner semis versus Limbodawg. So this should be Johnny versus Sub.
Yes.
Yep, it's gonna be.
Just trying to get it out of the system while you still can.
What I'm saying, just to make sure it still works. And Sub Serena going to be fun for this one too, right? Ideally, if you're playing Sub, I think this is still like a good matchup for that. I don't think this is like a Lao matchup, right? Just keep them concerned about the threat.
Yep.
You could go for either, but I feel like if your win condition is going to be the zoning, you know, just give them something else to get through.
It'll be interesting to see how competitors' playstyle will essentially try to match up with Limbodawg's kind of stalwart defense.
Yeah. What I think is better about this arena shell particularly, because Lau can also help with the zoning, right? Get him to land on Lau, hack, go for hard to block, with all that resets is great utility. But her get off me, right? Her interrupt is a lot better than Lau's.
Yep.
And Lau, I used to prefer his, even though it wasn't as applicable to every situation because you got full combo conversion after that adjustment where it now just provides knockdown.
Right.
If you need to get off me to hers is better if we're just knocking them out.
Yep. Ooh, that was a good dive kick.
Yeah. It's very dull simish in nature. The deeper you can hit it, the better it is. Still got clipped with Serena on the way back. That could have been stronger conversion.
Opts for the throw reset here.
Nice patience. And then, you know, like went for that confirmed, realized afterwards he didn't have bar, just in case anybody was wondering what that combo was. The speed runaway. And I'll be real, better answer too to react to Johnny with anti-air if you're kind of dialed in for it, because if he takes to the sky, you can just place clone under him and have him land on it.
Yeah.
I'll say you don't really have to entertain the jump and kick mind game the way that other people do. You don't have to entertain a up block game. Unless he safe jumps you, in which case naturally you don't have time.
Right. Now, competitor.
Or we could just be brave and anti-air him anyway. Okay, Limbo.
Competitor has to figure it out.
I'm going to be honest. This would be the biggest like underdog story if you were able to beat Johnny with sub. Yeah. Maybe matches specifically it works out, but we are looking at polarizing opposite sides of the meta right now. I understand the break.
I mean, maybe competitors using the first match as an opportunity to get data set up, but he's not really pushing the issue too much, but Limbodawg is also not giving him an opening to do so.
Yeah, he's just been all over. Look at that. He can't move forward. It's not like he can just wave dash himself through the ice clone.
It's interesting. You don't really see very much instances of a character that kind of
nullifies Johnny's game plan.
Yeah, and also in Kung Lao too in the cameo. Because if you throw Lao out, then it's not like Johnny can approach with the ice clone still out.
Oh my god, the no mix. Did you notice how many throws were?
Overhead, point blank. It's got to be into a fatal blow. There we go.
That should be all she
Yeah, I was going to say, this should be the round. And Limbodawg taking the first match here in this set.
I'll be real, I don't understand how we ended up here.
It's, you know, it's interesting because we just saw a set with a Johnny player who literally was just all fire, just completely going in at all times. And a very stark difference between the two. Again, maybe competitors using this as an opportunity just to get data on Limbodawg to figure out how to work out, but it's the ice clone, and a lot of Limbodawg's spacing overall has been very, very good.
Let's see, the first game was very easily secure. Okay.
Good interrupt, slowing down the pace. Good opportunity to get a throw in.
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of your fault. That move is like 8 million frames of startup. I get it, you know. Oh, I don't think that's how he imagined that playing out.
All right, both cameo calls out assists. Ice clone on the stage.
Oh, he tried to up block.
All right, this is exactly where competitor wants to be.
It bought him the time to be able to down one under it.
Oh, but walks forward through the second hit.
Yeah, he's not going to get breaker in time.
And this should be able to finish it with the slide. Oh, just barely, but anything will hit.
Yeah, just... How many times have we seen Limbodawg go for conversions that should have killed that have just left him with the magic pixel, man? Like,
it's unfortunate.
The fatal blow needed to push again. That whole what did he have? 0.004 health?
Yeah, it was like minuscule by comparison.
It's rare that I see competitor in matchups, especially in MK1, be kind of like lost in neutral.
Yeah, I mean,
oh my god.
Limbodawg's doing an excellent job of being able to just keep the screen control at a complete maximum, giving competitor very little opportunity to make movements. But now, competitor with Limbodawg here in the corner.
Well, he's got to make the most of this. This is Johnny's wet dream. Right, anime frame data in the corner with Lauhat.
Oh, Lauhat.
Oh, just yeah, was never gonna give the turn up because it was time to turn up. And backs away again. That's interesting. I'll be real, if you're Johnny Cage, well, if I'm the Johnny Cage player, if I'm a competitor in this situation, I do not back up until I get hit.
No, absolutely not. And then with that big whiff back 3 there.
Beautiful dog. Now imagine that would have been on purpose and to confirm, and now we're out the corner, and they got to do it all over again.
Oh,
and
try to push it back to the corner, gets caught by Ice Clone. But
it's so unfortunate that he wasn't able to get confirmed off of that, but never mind. Speaking about it, he's going to keep the route short.
Oh, and taking the meter away.
Yeah, so now does not have to entertain the thought of it. Well, he kind of does with Nut Punch, I guess. Like, it's still an option. Johnny, the only character in the game that I consider to still kind of have 2 wake-ups.
Yeah. And that really interesting hard to block sequence there with the low hat into the overhead from Johnny. I think competitors finally starting to figure out how to navigate through Limbodawg's offense.
He didn't believe. That would have been game.
And once again, burning meter away. Oh, but can he convert? No. Good throw to reset the tempo.
He's had the match like 6 different times.
Oh, the low hat. Oh, the down one. No, Limbodawg. And we got the brutal.
The fact that he got away.
That's insane. Unlike 3 down ones
in a row.
KungZero wins.
That bought him enough to get him around last breath to go into chip. Like, it's. And again, right, it's like, can you be upset at him? Because what else could he have done? What else would have worked?
Yeah, at that point, it was either he was going to die on that hill regardless. So, at least whatever he had as a working opportunity to try to get that win.
I'm loving the dichotomy between the 2 of them now, right? Competitor annoyed, stressed because he knew he had that game pretty much under the bag, and now he's in a reverse
look
zero
at him shaking
situation.
his head. He knows.
Limbodawg doesn't even look like he understands subconsciously that he's here right now.
A higher presence of mind, perhaps.
Well, I'll say he looks like he's possessed by the soul.
He is Sub-Zero.
He's possessed by the soul of esports.
Oh, man.
Round 1.
I feel like even that could be intimidating, just to sit next to somebody with that aura.
Can we also note that he's also color-coded in Quake colors?
Oh, it's
he's
so
sitting over there.
That is godlike.
You want to talk about a chill composure? You know?
All right, competitor starting us off strong here in this 3rd match. All right, this is what Johnny wants.
And then again, do not back up. Do not. It's fine, right? Like, the risk reward is in your favor. How much damage did you take? Don't get off of his back.
There we go.
I'll be honest, if I was a competitor in this situation, you would be hard-pressed to find me not hard-pressing forward 3 the entire time. I would never let go of that button.
Fight.
You'd have to check that my controller didn't have a secret turbo mode on it. Like, it's just, I would just be holding forward and 3.
All right, trying to go for an air-to-air situation here, competitor. Now retreating back full screen, Lao hat. Okay. Manages to walk into the corner, but now Limbodawg switching it up, jumping over.
I like the stagger.
Yes.
Got to get some kind of mind game going. Oh, he did not want that. That's the accidental. They always go for Lao hat, and it happens. You get ambushed. And now that he summoned Lao hat, he's got to wait for cooldown again.
Oh,
nice
but
pick up.
here we go.
This will lead into the dream. He's going to have Lao hat by the next pressure sequence.
Oh, no convert off of that straight hit. But the Lao hat will sit there and come out.
Now layering this mix. He is sitting on the precipice of victory here.
Dashing into the down one, unfortunately goes for the fatal.
There's so much startup on that is guaranteed. Yeah.
All right, immediately jumping into the second. Now
Limbodawg still, I'm telling you, like, he doesn't even look like he knows he lost.
he might still be on game 1. We're not sure.
He's just like, I'm having fun. Okay, I saw him nod no just now. Maybe he's getting a little annoyed. Maybe he didn't like that combo. Oh, didn't get the pickup. That's unfortunate.
Now putting him back into the corner. Trying to keep Johnny here in that circle.
Perfect timing. And it's again, it's like he wants to shadow kick through, but he's taking such a risk every time. Managed to negate Sabrina for a little bit of time. So don't be surprised if you don't see her for a little while.
Okay. All right, not the most damaging combo, but definitely good positioning here. Competitor jumping out, though, and now putting Limbodawg here in the corner. Oh, my God, the back and forth. Oh. Yo, competitor, stop. That was such a really good presence of
I'll
mind
be real.
awareness.
Don't. This is your best chance.
Oh.
You got to adjust the conversion because of gravity.
Oh! That was MK1 jump scare.
Willis, I don't think Johnny's on the list of characters that you can do this to, but there is tech with Sub-Zero to go for like down poke into Ice Clone because it'll double hit and sometimes it'll beat out armors. I don't know, but it's also like, right, it's a safe bet. You either poke and then do Ice Clone anyway, or he wakes up with that and you're fine. You know? So the weird ways in which you can OS certain situations. Competitor very close to getting back on the map here.
Should be a throw coming soon, I would imagine. Stagger
The chip going to
pressure.
be problematic here. I wouldn't have gone for a nut punch in that situation. I would have rather him staggered, but he's going to get under it. All right, Limbodawg was steamrolling. And out of nowhere, I don't know, Competitor took his hat off, and I feel like oxygen's just getting to his brain faster. It's just less interference.
Limbodawg now immediately turning it on here in this final match in the set.
Oh, that's going to be unfortunate. He's not even going to be able to get the put.
Oh, but here we go.
Maybe if he would have been to jump back to into die kick, it would have bought him enough time to get around it. I don't know.
All right, good shimmy attempt for the throw in the corner here.
No, you want to talk about wave dashes. Where's this fella going?
Oh, the exchange back and forth. Competitor acknowledging the ice clone, not stepping too far in. Good down one, but throw break. All right, good slide. I love the down one right there. Limbodawg sitting on a huge life lead, however, though.
Now again, you can't get past it.
Just gotta wait.
Got a duck.
Oh,
Too
no!
early.
No, the hit and the
Too
complete
early. For some reason, there's something about Serena where people like see the third one come back and they stand up too fast.
All right, just a single toss there from Serena. And Competitor immediately going in.
The fact that the way that he actually anti-aired him was to jump with him, land first, and then, you know, like.
And then like 1-2.
Nice, get off me, tool.
Okay. Oh no.
Caught the opening.
Limbodawg a little impatient in there. This next guess for game here in the round.
All right, as guaranteed as he can make it. Final.
Is that new? I don't think I've ever seen him do that before. That animation.
Maybe some people just don't have it unlocked. I don't know. Final game, final round here in winter semis.
Oh, immediately. And Hen Shadow take the put.
Lands on it. All right. This is Competitor's best hope. He could cancel into hype combos if he wanted. I don't think he's going to bother.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, never mind.
Hyper combo.
And he's pretty comfortable landing these. He labs these all days. I don't imagine he's dropping them. Yeah.
Wow, and a reverse 3-0 from Competitor. Great stuff.
Gonna be advancing forward, and what was looking like, I'll be real, the entire time it seemed like he wasn't gonna make it out.
No, he dug deep, and then he managed to find what he needed to be able to overcome Limbodawg, which, surprising enough, man. I think we had our fair conversation with Sub-Zero in general, and completely changed my outlook on him.
Yeah. Hinako? We want to take a quick second to thank our sponsors again for supporting NEC out here and helping keep the FGC alive. Starters with Video Games New York. You can check them out at VGNYevents.com. Also, FGC First Aid, emergency repair service. If there's one thing fighting game players have a bad habit of, it's breaking controllers when you need them fixed.
Happens
FGC First Aid will be there for you.
And then here we have Nerd Street, part of the local host scene with Go for Broke coming December 30th. Definitely a great scene to come out to. Got Jersey Players MPA.
Hitboxarcade.com/NEC23. Take control of the game. Level up and see what all these players are talking about with the new wave of leverless controllers with Hitbox.
And Broad Street Burst, the weekly meetup that they have every Wednesday at the Philly local host every Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Come out, support your local scene, and meet up with local players.
Yeah, local John Smash Weekly. I'll be honest, the way these Philadelphians are, this could just be called John Smash John. John Day at 6 John p.m. But if you are interested in these local host events, this entire weekly schedule is here. Every single night of the week, they've got something going on with a very consistent and affordable venue fee.
We have Video Games New York here, probably one of the premier vendors of most video game related, between games, consoles, anything you could possibly name it. Also sponsoring some of the events that we have. I do know that they've supported us with quite a bit of tech and hardware out here for NEC, so definitely worth checking them out.
Yeah, big thanks to VGNY. If you need equipment rentals for your events, they offer event packages and, of course, brand activations, as you see on the screen right now. You can scan that QR code, otherwise known as that QR, John. You get more information on VGNY events. All right, switching back to the action here. Limbodawg immediately right back on stage. He's removed the hat, too, stealing tech from Kompetitor. It's the see. He took his hat off and he started winning. I'm going to do it now.
You know, you retain a lot of heat with a hat on, so chances are he's probably just
you let it go,
cool
and it's a Sub-Zero main. You can't have that.
Yeah.
You can't afford it.
Can't ever remain cool.
You got to let it go. He's been so fundamentally sound, and even though, oh, no, the hat's back on. I'm worried. He's been so fundamentally sound throughout the entire broadcast, especially here in Pool 3. It would be a tough run for anybody to deal with him. We'll see how his opponent deals with it. I think I heard. No, we got Rain.
Ooh.
So this is going to be interesting. Another STB boy in Kursed. So
We were both blinded by ambition.
we'll see in a second whether this is a button check or not. I
Yeah.
feel like they fist bumped.
I really hope it's not, because I like watching Rain. He's like probably, in this particular iteration, very creative in how they kind of reimagined him for the new era.
Yes.
Oh, I love the use of the water portals already off the bat, establishing that we do have that.
Listen, I've touted this. The second that a Rain player starts doing those portal cancels to you, they're feeling themselves. They're getting into the fact. He started doing it off rip, so I don't think we're going to see hesitation from him on the sake of offense. Listen, if you like cancels and stagger mind games, Rain is the character for you. Has access to zoning, I'll be real. In the grand scheme of things in this game, it's not necessarily the strongest zoning in the game. I think his offense that we're seeing here with these hearts of reactables, the constant mind games as to when it's his turn, when it's not his turn, I think is a lot more beneficial for him than his zoning is. But he does have some options. If he ends up at distance, he can bubble up, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Negate a thing or two for a bit.
All right, here we go. Limbodawg with the, unfortunately getting his combo broken in between. No convert off of that, but immediately opting to use the fatal blow here in the first round.
Sometimes the benefit of just keeping it simple. Let's not get crazy, right? We've gotten into these weird exchanges. This match has gone on a lot longer than I thought it would. It's been a lot more awkward than I was hoping.
Round two.
This fella made splish splash next to my ear 7 seconds into the match. Maybe we got to kill this fella a little bit. Right, and there's something too, right? I was saying this to like a competitor like Ghost or competitors that are really big on this high octane momentum.
Yep.
Sometimes just calming them down, right? Like the first step is introducing enough where you can slow them down. And then when they start hesitating, they're a lot easier to see. You got to earn it from some people. I have a feeling Kursed is one of those competitors you're going to want to earn it from.
And Kursed just really
This fella likes pressing buttons,
I was
though.
gonna say, kinda like, and also like negating the set play that Limbodawg is doing with using Ice Clone here on the field. But oh no, it's an unfortunate drop from Limbodawg. These big two pieces though. All right, still taking all that meter from Kursed.
Was still ready for the anti-air. There's some players where they're looking for it, right? They understand that you're going to go for a safe jump or neutral jump on them to get over things, and they're more prepared to wait for it. Is that going to get stuffed out? No. All right, so Serena doesn't seem to stuff them out. I keep thinking that it's like a regular projectile. You know, like when you try to use it, you're like, oh, the projectile's too close. I did it too late. I guess for Serena, it's fine.
Oh, but wait a second. Hold on.
It's not over.
No way, Limbodawg. That was insane.
What's upsetting to me, right? Not in a way where I'm affected. What's upsetting to me is that the last time we saw Limbodawg finesse around, it was also off of back to Serena.
Yeah.
So, if you're a competitor and you have to play Limbodawg at some point today, if he makes it into finals and you make it, you know, depending on how these sets go, when it gets down to the wire, assume back to Serena's coming.
Ooh, good exchange back and forth between these players. Just these singular straight hits. And Kursed is walking Limbo down to the corner here. Activates the projectile bubble.
Oh, beautiful check here.
Good breaker. Definitely doesn't want to give Limbodawg any opportunity to secure any more damage here in this round.
Well, that's going to be unfortunate. And he's sitting in the meter drain the whole time. No concern about Wake Up Oki since he drained his bar. And it's a meter drain again just because, why not? I mean, that was just textbook. That was just textbook.
Round 2. Fight.
I do a lot of commentary all the time. There was nothing worth saying. You saw everything that I could have said. We all watched it together.
All right, Limbodawg just keeping it very straightforward. Any interaction?
This is looking like a combo trial. Like, this is just you in training mode practicing quote-unquote vortexes, right? Like, these aren't real vortexes, but it feels like I'm watching him learn one.
You just keep
And
doing
then
the
this
same
time I can
combo
do the
over and
overhead,
over.
and then this time I can do the throw, and then this time I can do the overhead. It feels like kind of the same way you'll watch smoke mains, like just practice cancels, and then they'll have to send you a clip of them doing it 15 times, you know? And you're like, yeah, I get it, bro. You learned how to do it.
My hands hurt just thinking about it. Yeah, Limbodawg's not offering any support.
It's such a beneficial part of the shell, too, because he never has to be concerned about the wake-up, so he can just meaty him every time.
Yep. Limbodawg's totally poised to chill out. No pun intended. Let's try to close out the round here. Waiting for Kursed to just overcommit to something. A little bit of chip.
Beautiful up block. Found the opportunity. I mean, gave him the brutal. Armin's not even looking at it now. Not even looking at him anymore.
He knows in spirit that it happened, though.
He said Limbodawg on a mission and then didn't even pat him on the shoulder.
Fight.
All right, here we go now. Limbodawg looking to try to take it and continue on his journey here throughout the MK1 bracket here at NEC. But Kursed trying not to make it super easy for him. And Kursed came out of the gate real strong at the beginning of the set.
Yeah, but again, you remember we were talking about it before, right? You get him to hesitate a little bit, you slow down that momentum, and it's just it hasn't felt the same since.
Yep.
I think Limbodawg took away a lot of his confidence. And that's bought him time. This is back to Serena again to try to protect. Oh, beautiful pickup off of that. This is about the best life lead we've seen him have.
Yeah, I know. Throughout the set so far.
A little more grand now.
Limbodawg still just trying to keep it pretty consistent. Oh, manages to get the trade on that.
And the ice armor protecting him because he almost got frozen.
Round
Too bad he was already frozen.
Fight.
Now we've already seen this kind of happen from Limbodawg before. You know, he gets that 2-0 lead.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Let's just.
And then it
we can help
starts to crack a little bit.
Like, looking a little less like it now, but he needs to secure something.
Still sitting on 2 bars. Serena's about almost all the way full back. Completely content with just sitting there playing the long game here.
The portal cancels again. All right, he's getting a little more comfortable. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Got one interrupt, but nope. Limbodawg looking for something there. Gets blown up to the ice loan.
Nice calling out that gap.
Like the interrupt to the overhead, but it's just a back and forth between down ones.
Nice throw answer. Going to send him to the corner. It's one of my favorite throw animations.
Yeah,
in the game,
I was
too.
just thinking about that. I was like, oh, it's so cool. Continuing the age-old tradition of ineligible noises that you hear people say at MK.
All right, pick up here. It's not going to be round secure. We've been in this situation so many times where it should kill and it shouldn't. We're not surprised anymore. This is Sub-Zero.
Final round. Fight.
All right, Limbodawg looking to close this out. Good down one on that walk up.
Nice. Oh no, too slow for punish.
Double overhead. Kursed gets interrupted here. Now Limbodawg not sitting on any meter. Oh, completely
nice.
open. Sweeps.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I understand the break too.
I love the answer to the ice clone there with using the water popping.
Yes.
Okay, good punish. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, I like that option to reset. Oh, but hold on a second.
Unfortunate, but at least he's out of the corner.
Yep, resets the advantage here. All right, good slide, but next hit confirmed probably to fatal blow. Limbodawg can get something popping here. Oh, good.
Nice ice clone.
Oh, but he got touched by the projectile?
Don't be that guy.
Does it say, do we have rain brutals or rain fatals? Not yet.
Listen, he's been doing such a good job, especially as like the main sub representative that we've seen, at least in this block specifically, setting the bar, right? Setting the bar so high. Don't start to limbo, dog.
we kind of need them. We need the closure on this. Although, equally, I would like to see Kursed also get out too, but unfortunately...
Oh, actually, don't start the Limbodawg as he cursed.
Oh, here we go.
We guaranteed, yeah, the restand. Now you got to guess.
Hard to block.
Or not.
We just armor through it. Totally fine. Viable option.
Somebody help me.
A quick bubble back here.
Nice patience. Just can't get a punish there.
And they're just slugging it out. It's like after one string, the other one sits there, goes back into another one, back and forth. Serena out, punishes it on that.
Oh my God, it's. I don't know if I can
Limbodawg,
watch this twice.
come on, don't do this to us.
Fight.
Just marches right through
That,
it.
you know what? But that's really good presence of mind by Kursed, just going right through the ice clone.
I mean, you just want to talk about dominant energy, man. That's because I was saying earlier in pull one, right? There's a lot of players that'll put on sub armor and kind of forget the whole point is that you can walk through things and
Yes.
they'll still like reactively block things even though they have the armor on. Kursed, no, he's not one of those.
No, he's very well aware of what he's got.
That fellow's chest open.
Back throw here. Good situation to set up. Kursed to pressure Limbodawg here. Good stand one anti-air. And now Limbodawg retreating all the way back to full screen. Clips Serena. Over attempt, nobody there.
Bubbles up, trying to introduce some new deterrent here. Oh, try to entertain the anti-air. You've got to be careful.
Now this combo will kill.
I was going to say, we hope.
Final round.
For some reason, I feel like that combo would have killed and then like the PlayStation would have shut off. You know, like it's just
Oh man. Let's not try to give the
like all the one time he gets it.
Yeah,
You know?
let's not give the equipment ideas. Alright, now Limbodawg. It looks like he's trying something a little different. Oh, hold on.
Oh, that's punishable. Down one isn't the best one, but I get it too because he's been going for 2-1 and not getting it in a lot of situations.
Limbodawg just slowly wearing Kursed in here.
Oh, ends up hitting Serena. That's going to be a problem for Limbodawg working without it.
That's such a fast projectile too.
He accidentally taunt?
That's what it looks like.
Essence of Mikemetroid? I don't know. Like,
Maybe there's a bounty. Oh, it completely walks through the projectiles yet again. Oh, that's big punish.
yeah, he's kind of forced to break. This is still possible, but it's going to be hard, especially for sub to access that damage with no meter. He's very reliant on it.
Oh, good neutral jump.
He's going to just take the easy. Guess for game.
Now, I think the only thing that Kursed could do in the situation, aside from just kind of playing it out, he's got his own fatal on deck now. Ooh, so close for that sweep. Ooh, oh, but wait a second. It doesn't kill. Oh my.
No!
And an actual an emotive expression from Limbodawg.
I swear, Kursed literally must have leaned over and said, unpause, I did a brutal.
Took a brief step back in his seat. Yep. He's
now he's thinking.
Yeah.
Now he's thinking.
He's contemplating.
So if I wanted to win,
Right, you just gotta hold it down. You gotta believe. You gotta do Sub-Zero things.
crack him out of the ice. That's a little bit of frostbite on the Tozy Wozies. You can a reverse 3-0 back to back, which is be.
You know, let's.
I'm gonna go outside and start seeing how many rainbows I can find next to each other. Like
Let's hope this is not the end for Limbodawg.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think he wanted that unless he thought he was confirming.
All right, solid hit for the stagger here. Now here's the hard to blockable. He's gonna armor out. Has no meter for it. Oh, but Kursed is doing his thing. Stop prematurely, assuming there's probably gonna be some sort of an armor response from Limbodawg. There we go. Some sign of life from Limbodawg here.
Big corner carry.
Mid-screen. So what do we got? Oh, delayed dive kick. Oh, that's a big punish.
Could have been guaranteeing to kill. Just any confirm. It's a fatal.
Serena's still out of commission here and completely anti-airs with the thunderclap ball.
They just got sniped from the skies.
Fight.
All right, taking Serena out yet again. Not giving her any opportunity to have presence on field.
All right, nice with the air-to-air.
Oh, okay. A little shimmy walk and throw.
Bubbles up again.
Oh, testing to see where his nerves were at. Chris did not walk up. Oh, there we go. But have the breaker on deck. Good breakers from both players here. Really taking it careful. Oh, no, missed time. He misdirected the dive kick there.
The portal canceled.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he tried.
Originally kept going for the
I like
jump
the
ones.
presence of mind to go for it.
Yeah, and the couple times he did the jump ones, and I think that's probably what Limbodawg was assuming, just to hold the block, but then you get thrown for it. Oh, but hold on a second. No, he dropped the freeze! And that's going to be Limbodawg's round,
Final
yo.
game.
One round of
Final
keys.
round.
Final round. Fight.
Either way, this is a storied fight. And I'm wondering who's going to take it. I got my money on Limbodawg. I think he's got it.
Listen, he very much well could. Like, both of them have had very dominating games. The momentum's been back and forth. I think in this Game 5 scenario, the most we've seen both of them really starting to adjust their game plans to try to bait the other one into falling for something that they haven't used yet. And if you've got surprise tech, like, now's the time to expose it, right? This is too close for comfort.
Now Limbodawg with the screen positioning here has complete real estate, but now most likely being switched back against the corner. Oh, okay. Oh, that's have the breaker on deck though. Oh, those. And that was the tech you were talking about, doing that back into the ice clone. Okay, ends it early into the water.
Yeah,
portal.
now he's just going to get stupid with these layers.
Let's go. Oh, big whiff from Limbodawg though. No, hold on a second. All right, Limbodawg, whatever you got, this is the last chance.
Timer scam him. And Kursed with a reverse 3-0, and it unfortunately happened back-to-back.
That was a good showing by Limbodawg. Shout out to him.
Able to shake it off now, thankfully, but Man, he's got it. I feel like he's the best sub we've seen.
Oh, yeah.
And at least, for tonight, we'll see what happens in pool 4. We might see some more in the next block. Up until people realize he's playing sub. I feel like his opponents at some point were just like, this is sub. Like, what are we can't lose to this.
And even then, it's not like it was like when they kind of came to that it was a blowout the following rounds. Like, there were still really close rounds in each set. So, shout outs to Limbodawg. I mean, I'm aware. I'm aware of what sub can do now. This is wild.
There's tech.
Just goes to show you can't sleep on any character.
I'm not sure of. Do we have any matches left on this? We'll find out in a second what's going on. I see some. Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Right. So we're going to get to our next matchup in a bit. It's going to be Maigo taking on KungZero.
Ooh.
So that'll be a fun one. That Shang versus that Lao. We'll see how he deals with it. In the meantime, while they get set up, we're going to take another look at KOF 15's most recent addition to the DLC roster.
Yep.
Hinako, who just came out last month, November 14th. It's a great adaptation of the classic sumo-style grappler character. I think you guys will find it very entertaining. Let's take a look.
Hinako Shijo.
前回の勇姿テレビで拝見しましたわ。あなたと相撲を取れるだなんて夢のようです。
そうかそうかそうだろういえ相撲は取らんが
私、あなたのような発展途上の方こそ相撲部に入ることで輝けると思ってますの。そちらの相撲部とうちの相撲部で合同練習なんかも良いですわよね。
合同練習？それは楽しそうな。いや、ダメだ俺は草薙流一筋なんです。
土俵があなたを呼んでますわ。私と相撲道を邁進いたしましょう。アンヘル様ってば魅力的だからな。行く先々で勧誘されちゃうんだよね。けど誘い文句が気に入らないから入ってやんにゃーい。一緒に相撲をやりませんか
So there's another look at KOF 15. Find it on your favorite platform, and it's cross-play on every single platform it's supported on. So if Hinako looks interesting to you, great. If you saw another character in the roster that you thought looked cool, a lot of them are cool too. I know a lot of boys that are fans of Angel because they like gameplay.
Fair enough.
And she's got some of the most technical King of Fighters gameplay in the roster. So if you want to get into really deep technical characters, she might be one of the ones you want to look at. Speaking of which, we're going to take it back to one of the most technical characters Mortal Kombat has to offer right now as Maigo is back on screen. Now trying to get out on Losers Quarter side versus KungZero, who's going to be running again the Shang Sector Shell. Kung Lao going to be annoying for him, but I think Shang's ability to kind of like, you know, manage that distance again, right? Like we've seen how well Lao can get shut down when he can't get in.
Yep.
Better spikes a big deterrent, right? He dive kicks into it, it's fine. He can't really approach you horizontally. He's got to overextend himself.
Yep.
When he closes the gap, he's got options, but he has to close it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Kung is going to have to play around, especially with the stance changes, and then being able to try to work around the spikes. I mean, Kung is always known as an aggressive player, so whether if he's willing to adapt to this or not, I mean, that really depends on him.
Well, listen, I'm going to be real. He's going to need to. If Maigo starts catching on to some habits and KungZero is not willing to change them, they could be problematic. We just talked about dive kicking into the better spikes. Oh, I'm taking that.
Using the dive kick as a means of being able to maneuver on the screen a little bit quicker than normal.
The slow overhead.
Yeah, we don't want to dash. We don't want to walk. We'll dive kick our way in.
And again, I'm imagining a botched input at distance. or a tech that we don't know. Maybe you do that into dive kick somehow and it solves everything.
Looks like a lot of the movement that he's using with Lao. Ooh, that was really good to get in, but now just as easy as he was able to get in, Maigo's now out. All right, now Kung pushing Maigo here to the corner. What's the mix-up? Overhead hat.
It's literally been every sequence. It's been no mix. He's just done the overhead 3 times in a row. It's a combo conversion into maybe stagger overhead. It's another conversion into throw overhead. It's just... I don't think KungZero could live with himself if he gets to a round and doesn't land at least 3 of them.
Oh, there we go. There's those Twitter clips.
No, I mean, the bigger part of it is you got to remember, too, that's all unbreakable damage because they count as projectiles. So it's a really important route as a Shang player to have down because if that combo would kill and you have the execution to land it, you can. It doesn't matter how much meter they have.
I mean, you get a guaranteed round, for sure. Good.
Nice reaction. Oh, yeah, you can't choose to eat that combo. It doesn't get you out of the situation. It's actually an extension if you choose to hold the fireball.
Maigo taking the first match here against KungZero.
So essentially, you'd have to know the fireballs were coming.
Right.
Neutral duck them.
Okay.
Then you don't get pushed back into the missile, you know?
Oh, okay.
At least not in the sense where you have to hold it. You get options, you know?
Right. I mean, let's hope that Kung will be able to figure that out.
No, listen, wake up is one of the simple ones for him to figure out, too. This is going to be a non-Goro supported combo. Still able to get the pickup, and I think that was awkward Goro timing, too.
I'm just waiting for the overhead. Since you mentioned it, I'm scouting them out.
Here we go, got to do it all again. Going to get the corner positioning here, too.
Really good setup by Maigo here. Oh, armor's through.
But it spikes again. It's so hard to be ready for it, right? Like down 3 so fast, and then you're so like your subconscious wants you to turn back.
Oh no!
Doesn't even need to spend the fatal. Just finish the route. That was great conservation of resources by Maigo there.
KungZero now sitting on had 2 bars, spent 1, now has 2 bars yet again. But now has to sit there and deal with the full screen pressure here from Maigo.
Jumping away, better spikes again as a deterrent. He's gonna have to deal with missile.
Okay, didn't immediately approach right afterwards.
I was looking for up block too, didn't entertain it that time. That's the problem with this matchup. You can't just float jump on him trying to bail out an up block if he's paying attention.
Oh no! Yo, the convert. Yeah, it's gonna chip him out.
He's literally just afforded like a second because he hasn't been able to call sector out yet. And the missed time on the forward 2.
Maigo taking 2 over KungZero here. KungZero gonna have to dig real deep.
He's still wearing the medal. He has. I feel like he's had more than enough opportunities to ask somebody to take that back to the room for him. You know, like this.
It's a passive buff.
Just rested in his sternum.
It's like mean look.
Look at it. And why is he in thinker pose? Like he has something to be concerned about. You're up.
You might be thinking
He's
about.
like, should I do better spikes again? I think projectiles are working. You know, like,
Oh, hold on. Kung's hovering over Kung Lao, so for the.
no, I'll be honest. I understand the sentiment and thinking that Sub-Zero is going to solve it. It doesn't really. And unfortunately, for what is offered here, Sub-Zero is not the solution if he goes to it. Okay.
There we go.
If he's going to switch to something, and those are the two options, I'm happier with Double Lao.
What were you going to do with all those hybrids?
You'll find out
Slow thought
soon
process
enough.
by KungZero. You can see that he's really trying to consider the option here. Now locked into double Kung. Triple if you count his name.
You know, like, listen, I'll be honest, if I'm Maigo, I'm doing the exact same game plan for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, Maigo has definitely shown that all you need is the hit confirm. And he has the presence of mind as far as how to be able to spend his meter and what he has available to him. Oh, no.
Oh, he could have got a better pickup. Never mind, he finds it here anyway.
And again, can't break
Yeah,
this.
he can't break it, guaranteed. And yeah, just walks right into it.
Round 2.
That's the opportunity. You have to not give up a round for the next 8 minutes.
Maigo here now sitting on match point. One more round to take
And like, look,
over.
KungZero still sitting on 3 sticks of meter, but when is he going to get to use it? Like, he's not close enough for the wake up. He's not going to get conversions in the same manner. Lao Hat isn't solving the problem the way that he was hoping. Ambush is not going to be the solution.
Just slightly hitting meaty, but keeping KungZero from essentially performing anything on wake up unless it was a meter armor move. And he's just kind of dancing in between a certain zone, but he's
This
not.
is good. I'm going to be real. I'm watching people get up out of chairs already. Like,
Up block into down 2, and that's it.
just get a
Maigo
meaty
takes
check
it.
him. Great run by both of them.
Absolutely.
Maigo will move on into loser semis. Hopefully we'll get more opportunities to see him later. Finals would, provide a nice shot to see some of that Shank sector play that you guys have only gotten a limited amount of, to be fair. That is going to be the end of Pool 3. It's been a pleasure so far. Did you have fun, Libra? Because I did.
Oh, it was an absolute blast. I love watching this game. So always with an opportunity to come out, definitely well worth it.
Yeah, no, it's an impeccable game. We're going to go on a short intermission break as we prep for the next commentary block, which will be Darth Arma and NJMallRat. Actually, no, will it be? It might not be. We'll have another team here. I'm forgetting there's a fourth and then semis. So there'll be another team after this. I hope you guys enjoy all of the action you got to witness so far. We've got hours upon hours of Mortal Kombat 1 competition left for you to witness. On top of that, finals tomorrow. So if you're really enjoying the show, make sure to dial in and watch all of it. Do you have any sending sentiments you want to drop off before we go?
Go support your locals.
Go support your locals, guys. We're out here. Come join us. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.
Peace. We'll do it. Hold on, right? We'll catch you next time. Peace.
Oh, my